again, guys. This is Justin with KnsGames. Today I'm bringing you my guide on how to play Lee Sin. So the first thing I want to talk about is Lee Sin's abilities. Lee Sin's passive is called Flurry. Every time Lee Sin uses an ability, you get a proc that your next two auto attacks will have increased attack speed and return energy. We have his Q, Sonic Wave / Resonating Strike. Sonic Wave, you throw out an attack that does a set amount of damage, and if it hits something, it activates the ability to use Resonating Strike for 3 seconds, which you can dash to that target, deal the same base damage as Sonic Wave, and 8% of the target's missing health. Safeguard is his W, which lets you dash to and shield an ally, and also shield yourself, or you can just put a shield on yourself. If the shield gets broken, you get half the energy cost back, and after activating Safeguard, you can activate Iron Will, which gives you armor, lifesteal, and spellvamp for 5 seconds. Lee Sin's E is called Tempest. It's an AoE that also reveals any target hit for 3 seconds, and if you cast the skill again, you'll activate Cripple, which slows everyone affected by Tempest, reduces their movement and attack speed for 4 seconds. Lee Sin's ultimate is called Dragon's Rage. You roundhouse kick someone backwards, anyone that the target collides with is also knocked into the air and takes the same damage. It's really useful to keep track of Lee Sin's passive. Try to use an ability, attack twice, use an ability, attack twice, and weave that as much as you can, because the extra attack speed that you get on every single attack then helps you clear camps really fast. Alright, next I just want to go into some basics on jungling for people that don't know what jungling is all about and people that maybe want to learn a bit more. First, there's the main jungle outside the river. There are 2 types of camps in this. There are the small camps and the buff camps. Small camps spawn at 1 minute 40 seconds and have a 1 minute respawn timer after they're killed. These each have one big creep and a set of little creeps, and the big creep is worth most of the gold, and the experience, the little creeps are worth very little. The bigger camps, the buffs, spawn at 1 minute 55 seconds game time, have a 5 minute respawn timer. You should type out when you kill them when they're going to respawn so that you can get to them right when they respawn and the enemy team can't steal them from you. Next are the 2 river camps. There is Dragon and Baron. Dragon has a 6 minute respawn and is worth 190 gold for each member of your team when you kill it. Controlling Dragon in early game is very, very important because it'll put your team way ahead of the other team. Baron has a 7 minute respawn timer. When killed, gives every member of your team 300 gold and a buff that increases attack damage, ability power, and gives you regen. Baron is incredibly important later into the game. Baron spawns at 15 minutes in game time. Now I could talk a lot about jungling in general, but I'm going to try to keep this guide about how to jungle as Lee Sin. So the route that I like to take is start my wraiths, have someone pull and help me with red, and then I will gank either mid or top. I like to run exhaust as my second summoner skill because it makes getting early kills really easy, and it makes sitting on a carry really, really easy as well and taking them completely out of the fight. Now hopefully your first gank at the very least chunks a lane, if not scores your first blood. But if not, go back to the jungle, hit level 3, and you can sit in the jungle basically indefinitely as Lee Sin once you have one level of all 3 of your skills. I like to start boots on Lee Sin because I like to gank a lot early. Even if you don't get any kills, you can do a lot of damage to a lane and you can put your lane very far ahead. A couple of little cool things you can do with Lee Sin are, one, his W can dash to wards. So you can carry a ward in your inventory or use your Wriggles ward, put it down and dash to it to give yourself some movement to get away from someone trying to kill you. This is really useful because if you have your support ward Dragon with a pink, you can sneak into Dragon from the back with your Q and sneak back out after you've killed it with your W to a ward. Another cool thing Lee Sin can do, either to just get some extra damage because his Q acts as an execute, doing more damage the lower an enemy is, or actually to move yourself somewhere else, is you can throw your Q at an enemy and then use his ultimate to knock them away and then dash to them, creating distance between you and the rest of the team. So there are a couple of early game builds you can do on Lee Sin depending on any team comp. You can run either Wriggles or double or triple Doran Blades. So you'll run Wriggles if the enemy has a lot of attack damage because the armor and lifesteal help out a lot against that. And you'll run Doran Blades if the enemy team has a lot of AP because the HP helps you stay in tank longer. Later on in the game, you'll build a couple different ways depending on how the game is going. In Arranged 5s, I really like to get Aegis of the Legion because it helps your team out a lot, and it offers Lee Sin a bunch of stats that he can use. If you wind up getting a couple early kills, Heart of Gold is really nice to have because the gold it generates over the next 10 to 15 minutes will be really, really useful to you. More common though, you'll wind up getting either a Frozen Mallet and Atmas or Warmogs and Atmas. Personally, I'd recommend the Frozen Mallet because the early damage from the Phage into Atmas is much stronger. The Warmogs, while it's better late game arguably, really takes a long time to build up. So I would really recommend the Frozen Mallet over that. Lee Sin is a melee hero, so you're going to have to build him kind of tanky. So after you have, hopefully, your Frozen Mallet and Atmas, your Warmogs and Atmas, your Aegis and Phage and Atmas, something like that, you're going to want to build more tanking stats depending on what the enemy team has. You can build a Randuin's Omen if they have a lot of attack damage. You can build things like Force of Nature, Quicksilver Sash if they're running an AP heavy team. But regardless, either way, you want to be really tanky because you're in melee range and it's your job to sit on the dangerous members of their team, keep their attack speed slowed, and try to kill them. The last thing I want to talk about with Lee Sin is the masteries and runes that I run in the jungle. So for runes, I run Armor Penetration Reds, Flat Armor Yellows, Magic Resist per level Blues, and Flat Attack Damage Quintessences. Now, you can switch up the Reds and the Quints. You can use more attack damage, more armor pen, depending on what you're comfortable with. But I would recommend you keep the armor yellows. You take a lot of damage in the jungle if you don't run armor yellows. And magic resist per level blues are really, really good tank runes. Masteries, there are two different setups that I'll use. There's 21 points in offense, 9 points in defense, and 9 points in offense, 21 points in defense. It's situational which one you use depending on how tanky you need to be. Now, if I run the 21 points in offense build, I'll take improved exhaust, flat attack damage, attack speed into armor pen, and all the rest is really self-explanatory. The other masteries are AP if you don't take these ones. So straight down the left side, attack damage per level, critical strike damage, lifesteal, armor pen, and the 21-point mastery, which synergizes really well with his Q. Now if I take the 9 points in offense, 21 points in defense, I will go down the offense tree the same way to the armor pen, and then go over here into the defense tree and take the flat armor, magic resist, improved smite, damage from minions and monsters reduced, bladed armor, HP per level, flat HP, reduced incoming damage, cooldown, and the 21-point mastery. As always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know any other champions you'd like to see learn to plays for.
Hey guys, this is Kevin. I hope you liked the video. If you look over here, we have how to Alistar and how to Janna up here. If you click it, you'll see the video itself. We're coming out with a new one. You can click on that if we have it up. If not, we have to wait for it. Also, make sure you subscribe, and you guys should check out these other two channels. I thought they were pretty cool. They're both WoW channels. If you click the video or their name, it'll link you to their channel. And you guys should check them out and see what they're all about. Alright, thanks guys.